Hey Capricorns, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to be doing your second half of July general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy, but of course, and then go right into the cards. Oh Lord, did I have an interesting meditation for you guys before starting this. All right, let's get to it. What is the animal energy for Capricorn for second half of July? Please and thank you. Oh yeah, buddy. Okay. So we have the frog. Yes. Let the rain come down and wash away my tears. Just got a little Celine Dion piped into my ears here just now. So the frog, this is really nice. It's really needed. Feels more like the key word here. This is a detoxification. Now, on one hand, this can be an emotional detoxification. It can also be quite literal and be a physical detoxification. A lot of the times, you may have found if you've ever done a physical detox, whether that's juicing or water fast or whatever that is for you, you're quitting something like smoking or alcohol or whatever it is, and you're removing a substance, whatever that is, whether it's solid food or nicotine or whatever, just for examples, from your body, you may find that when doing that, emotions tend to rise up to the surface, right? So this can be and or in both things, but this is really gorgeous because this is really a time, it feels like a time to focus on you, because detoxifying and releasing and healing, because see all the rainwater here? That is something that we do on our own for the most part. It's not really a group activity, right? Unlike frogs don't run in crews, right? They're pretty like a single, solitary kind of energy. But this is gorgeous coming up for you guys. I saw a lot of water. In your meditation, I also saw really interesting, like a water dragon. I don't know if that's a thing or not, water dragon, but I saw a lot of bodies of water and dragon, which is about seeing yourself really clearly and also others really clearly. When dragon energy is present, things are about to become very clear. And it's beautiful because dragon is a very grounded energy, yet at the same time, it elevates because it's a winged creature, right? And if you think about it, whenever we meditate or we get centered, if you do that, and if not, I would highly recommend it. We're always told to connect upward, right? And then also to ground ourselves and connect downward at the same exact time. So it's a pull from here and a pull downwards towards here that reaches that medium point of balance, right? And that's what this feels like for you guys. It feels like an equal pull upward and an equal grounding downward. That's what it feels like. Which to me, in my opinion, that's the sweet spot, darlings. That's the sweet spot. Okay. Let's see what's going on for my Capricorns. Second half of July. All right. I hope this retrograde has been treating you well. I do. It's been real. Okay. So we got Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, see all that water here? A lot of water going around. So Two of Wands in the upright, right? So we have the Ace of Wands, which is that initial burst of energy, direction, inspiration, right? Two of Wands is about creating that blueprint so that you know exactly where you're going, getting specific in that. And then Three of Wands is actually starting out on that road trip with your map in hand. So the fact that this came up in reverse, yeah, remember when I said that this felt like a solitary energy anyway, where it's like something, it's time to be within and with yourself as much as possible. This Two of Wands in reverse is like, okay, I'm not quite ready to make that map yet. I still got it. You're in between the Ace and the Two, right? So it really feels like you're in a place where it's like, okay, I may need to recalibrate. I may need to rethink and relook at my perceived limitations, it feels like. You may be entering into a time where you are being called to go beyond your perceived limitations, right? That's what this feels like. It's a time of really looking at yourself, your situation, your history, right? Through the lens of dragon sight, which is about seeing things really clearly from that aerial perspective, being an observer, while at the same time being an experiencer as well, right? Because if we stay in observer mode, right, like a lot of us, I'm an air sign, we tend to do, it can keep us from actually having the experience if we're always in that clinical scientist, bird's eye view place, right? That's kind of like a, air sign shadow energy. But being an experiencer is a big reason why we're here on this earth plane. Why, as spiritual beings having a human experience, we can't really leave out the experiential side of things, or else it kind of feels like we're missing out on life and we're not being an active participant. And it really feels like you're stepping into a time here where you're being called to achieve a balance of the two, being an observer and an experiencer. Okay? That is dragon sight. That is dragon medicine. Okay? Let's get another one. What's going on for my Capricorns? And you guys as Capricorns, you really, a lot of your sign is rooted in, you are an earth sign, very much rooted in the physical things, right? I don't feel like you guys are one of those signs that necessarily have to do a lot of extra work for the most part. I don't really like to speak in absolutes. Because it depends on where your moon is and your rising is. But for the most part, you guys kind of have an ability to get grounded kind of naturally and intuitively be grounded. You have this Six of Swords here. Yeah, see how we're talking about like moving on, but this is about, speaking of air signs, this is the mental sphere, the Six of Swords, moving from and again with this water here. As much time as you can spend by bodies of water, please do it. It feels incredibly important for y'all, okay? So the Six of Swords is about, choosing or allowing yourself to be led in a new direction that begins through the mental sphere. I'm also hearing spring has sprung. I know that we are in, those dog days of summer, depending on where you are in the world, of course, but it really feels like for you guys, then it feels like you might be in winter time, in a way. This came up for another sign too. Sometimes, the goal is always like, let yourself experience the season that you're in. If it's winter where you are, go inside, reflect, take time on your own, cuddle up by the fire, whatever. When it's summer, there's this idea of like, go out and get it. It doesn't get dark till late. Be outside, experience nature, be with your friends, go out, say yes to every invitation. But if you are in a place where it feels like winter, even if it's summer, then let it be winter. Okay, that's what this feels like right now. That's what it feels like for you guys. And it's okay, because again, this detoxing, this frog energy, it's going to come up and you are being led to allow this to happen so that you can move into a new place. And I feel like it's physical as well as mental. I do. Let's see what else is going on for my Caps. Yes, well, and here it is. Seven of Cups. I feel like in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, there's a dragon in one of these cups. It's not depicted here. Just dragon keeps on coming up a lot in your reading. Anyway. Seven of Cups, this is that foggy-minded confusion, not knowing which cup to turn to or which way to go, and it's like, what's going on? We also have the snake depicted here, which is absolutely a close cousin of dragon energy. They're very closely related. The fact that this is coming up for you guys with Two of Wands in reverse, the Six of Swords in the upright, and the Seven of Cups from the 6 to the 7, it really does feel like you're being called to be gentle with yourself around where you are and where you are not. I feel like, if there's a curse word for you guys coming up here, your curse word would be obligation. I feel like you guys are being guided to really stay away from anything that falls under the umbrella of obligation. That's going to be different for everybody, okay? Now, there are things in life that we have to do that we don't want to, just as humans living on this grid. You know what I mean? Like going to work, or, I don't know, even like, family dinners every Friday, whatever. I mean, not to say that every family dinner is going to feel like, obligatory, but right now you might even even find that things that normally don't feel obligatory in nature are. And it really feels like the best thing for you to do right now is just to go with your intuition and how you feel about it. If you go to do something and it does not feel right, it does not give you the good feels, even if it normally does, I'm hearing to try to circumvent that and make another choice. This Seven of Cups feels like it's born out of obligation. This is the root of this, okay? But let's get some clarifiers before I keep running my mouth. Let's get a clarifier for this Two of Wands in reverse here. By the way, this is not just y'all, okay? This is going around in different forms. It's just where we are right now with the retrograde and the eclipse we had here recently. This is just kind of where we are. And here we are, yes! Two of Wands in reverse, clarified by the number 2 key, the High Priestess. Yes, darling. I absolutely love this. So we know that this is clicking in with our intuition to discern what is not discernible from a straight-on perspective, right? These are those things that lie within the unknown, the unconscious, the subconscious, what is revealed only under the light of the moon, right? I really feel like, remember when I said that this is about reassessing, relooking at where you are and where you've been to figure out where you're going? I keep saying this. This is something that you are being guided to do with and by yourself. With, for, and by yourself. Okay? Nothing in this feels like a group activity. It just doesn't feel like it's going to yield the same fruit that having some solitary time to do this is. They're drawing my attention to something kind of kooky mooky. See these two twos, how they're mirroring each other because this is in the reverse and this is upright? Do you remember when I said that dragon sight is about seeing yourself and thus your surrounding situation, other people around you clearly? There's a mirror effect. And think about when you look into a body of water that's really calm and clear, when the light is a certain way, especially when the moonlight is on it, it provides a reflective surface. This feels really important for you guys, again, with these bodies of water. All right, let's get a clarifier for this Six of Swords here. Six of Swords. Okay, you guys. Ace of Cups, that's what it is. La-di-da-da. Ace of Cups. Listen, I'm obsessed with this. Again, with the water. Okay. This is great love. Absolutely. I do feel like in this context, it could be one of two things. Because again, this is a what? A general reading. But I feel like, the Ace of Cups for me, when this comes up the majority of the time, is that this is a wealth of psychic information, psychic downloads. Okay? Oh my God. Please take a look. Do you see the patterning on the back of this key here? How it looks like dragon scales? I'm telling you, it feels very important. Excuse me. So this Six of Swords here and this Ace of Cups, again with this water on water situation, it feels like you are being called to, through your psychic senses, through meditation, through walking meditation, even through dream time, everybody. Because it does feel like dream time is very amped up here for just about everybody. Okay? It feels like tapping into the intuition and your feelings around things inside of you is going to help you put this Two of Wands in the upright to help you create this blueprint. Because it feels like right now the blueprint that you've been creating, whether that's you're thinking about work or a partnership or whatever this, a home life, whatever this is for you, it feels like it was written down in pen and now you're trying to erase it, but it's been written in pen, so now you're being called to just like rip that page out and start a fresh one in pencil and edit and revise. That's what this feels like right now. And your intuition is absolutely your best friend at this point. Okay? I'm hearing for some of you guys, guided meditation. I don't usually recommend like specifics here, but really feels like guided meditation, even if you don't usually do that, might be extra helpful. Because it does feel like there's some mind cardio going on, not in an exaggerated way, like it can be with some air signs, but it does feel like, maybe guided might help you click in and in a way that just feels, it's a natural lubricant. It feels like a guided meditation might be a nice natural lubricant to get you into that sixth sense zone. It's going to clarify for the Seven of Cups. Duh. So we got Temperance here, Sagittarius energy, which is all about balance. By the way, I love that a crane is depicted on this particular key in this deck, because cranes are all about good luck and great fortune coming your way. So the fact that we have Temperance, got two major arcanas here. The fact that we have Temperance clarifying the Seven of Cups, yeah, I really feel like this is a time. Remember when I said that that the curse word is obligation right now for y'all? Anything that is born out of obligation, even something that normally doesn't feel obligatory in nature, it just don't even go there. Don't even go there. Is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing to balance yourself before you can turn around, fill your own cup up, recharge your own battery, right? Before you can turn around and be there for others. It feels like things are being culled and removed from your consciousness, from your physical body, maybe even from your physical surroundings, okay? Because this can absolutely speak of physical things being removed for the betterment of yourself and your soul path, okay? But at the end of the day, if there's anything that may jeopardize your own personal balance and getting your own personal needs at this time, just don't put it on the queue for later. And trust and believe, if you're in a place where you're feeling like you have to say no to things, to people, to invitations, to whatever, it's okay. Just trust that at the end of it, they'll still be there. The opportunity will still be there if it's yours. The friends, the family, they'll understand at the end of the day, because really this is about, if we talk about the best version of ourselves, maybe you guys can relate to me on this, but have you ever been in a place where you're feeling depleted or tired or just like off for whatever reason, even if there's no like clear reason, and someone invites you to something and you feel like, oh my God, they always come when I invite them out. They're dear to me. I don't want to say no, but I'm not feeling like my best self. And then you go anyway, and then you're not your best self, and things are kind of weird at the end of it. Have you ever been there and you're like, if I had just listened to my intuition, I could have avoided this, because telling them no would have been better than me going and leaving this weird lasting impression of like, this is what I'm like when I'm doing something out of obligation, right? And if anyone ever tells you, or you tell yourself, just go and you'll feel it when you're there. No, I'm telling you guys, this is, we're still in retrograde here. Not every retrograde is so dramatic, by the way, but this one really has been. Mercury in retrograde will be wrapping itself up in August. We'll be out of the shadow phase, I think maybe around the 10th or so of August, something like that. Don't quote me with the numbers, people. But just take this time and just trust that, like, if you just follow your intuition and do only what feels right for you right now, it's going to be better in the long run, okay? And anybody who doesn't understand that or cops an attitude with you around that, let it go. Let them go, let it go, okay? This comes before, this is needed before new can enter, okay? People, places, things are here for a reason or a season, honey, and that's what it is. Okay, let's get an angel oracle for y'all. Let's get an angel oracle. Oh, hallo hale. Overcoming difficulties. Okay, what's it say? Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Let me read that again for the seats in the back. Archangel Jeremiah, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Boom, feather here, along with the crane, okay? This is what it is. This is just, with the mountain here, and I was saying this, I feel like this was in the Aquarius reading too. If you look at the mountain here, right? Everything up till now, so the beginning first half of this retrograde season has been walking up the mountain. It's always harder going on an incline than it is a decline, right? Physically speaking. So everything previous to now has been going up the mountain. This Mercury retrograde eclipse situation was the climax, and now we're into the denouement, which is the decline, which is when everything tends to wrap itself up and everything you can kind of see at this point, the forest through the trees, right? You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're right there. Just to kind of stick this dismount, just really do nothing out of obligation and put yourself first at this time. And it's all about connecting with your intuition and taking time for yourself to do so. And again, I'm going to say it again, because Lord knows I never repeat myself. Dragon energy. Live it, love it, learn it. There's something really important in dragon energy for you. And if you're over here like, Crow lady, what do you mean dragon energy? How am I supposed to work with that? What do you mean? All it is, y'all, whether it's a guided meditation or it's just a thought in your mind as you're taking a walk, all you have to do is set the intention. I set the intention to allow dragon energy to work with me at this time. That is literally all for my highest and best good and in divine timing. You always want to put those little little precursors in there, right? You always want to get that fine print right. I invite and allow dragon energy to work with and for me at this time for my highest and best good and in divine timing. You set that intention and watch what happens. Dragon energy is one of those energies that is so seldomly called upon because it's an air quote mythical creature, right? But I'm telling you, so few people work with it really because everyone is like, give me the wolf energy, give me the tiger energy. You know, all this stuff that we can see, you know, in the 3D, you know, dragon energy is not accessed as much. And there's something in that where the dragon energy is like, yes, I want to work with you. I want to help you. I want to guide you. Set that intention and trust and believe. Watch it work. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Okay? And I would not be telling you if I had not done this myself and reaped the benefits many times over. Okay? And I saw that in your meditation. All right, my lovely Capricorns, this was your second half of July general reading. I so hope that this was of help to you and resonated. If it was and it did, please let me know in the comments below. You know I live for that. And just thank you. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And most of all, as always, just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.